Hello, I am Quinny. Welcome to the channel. In this video today, we are going to be putting the New England Revolution under the So Rare microscope as we gear up towards rivalry week on the channel. Now, the New England Revolution under Bruce Arena have really become a powerhouse in MLS over the last 2 or 3 seasons. Winning Supporter Shield last season and very close to having like an invincible year and going on and doing MLS Cup and breaking history and records, all sorts of stuff. Unfortunately, they came just short and they've recently had some big outgoing transfers, guys like Matt Turner, Adam Buxa, Tajon Cannon, and they're starting to rebuild with some new acquisitions coming in, and they're looking to press forward for this year. Now, the Revs have some amazing So Rare options, some guys that are cult legends, some guys that are like the best in the game, like in the world of global fantasy football. And I think for this rivalry week, the Revs could be a lot of fun to be building a team around. If you haven't opened your So Rare account yet, there's a video linked in the description in this video that is the #1 walkthrough that I've made that will make sure when you open your account, you don't make any beginner mistakes and you maximise all the free items available. If you have any other questions or need any other assistance, just reach out to me in the comment section in this video and I'll get back to you. And if you're just here looking for the link to get the free card once you sign up, that is also in the description in this video. Make sure when you hit the link, you sign up directly to make sure that it correlates and entitles your account to a free limited card. So I'm going to be looking at who are the big players in the Revs that you can really build a team around, even if you're not going to spend big and go and get the crown jewel of the team, as well as the crown jewel and everything he offers. At any point in the video today, guys, if you laugh, you learn, you like something or whatever, please do like and subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble and let's get stuck into it. If you could hit the subscribe button, I do daily global football content, everything from Wonder Kids and Rising Star Managers to fantasy football and watch-alongs. That will also automatically enter you into my April giveaway. This month I'm giving away a rare under 23 goalkeeper in the Turkish Superliga, Diego Souza, and 2 limited goalkeepers. If you want to stick around to the end of the video, we'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, I tell anyone who's new to MLS that Bruce Arena, just imagine he's Alex Ferguson, because that's kind of the figure that he is within the league. And taking on the Revs was a real big challenge for him. It was another team in the league he was going to try and continue his legacy with, and by golly, he's done it. The Revs are nothing if efficient. They're not stellar, they're not going to go blow teams away 7-0 or anything like that, but they do not give mistakes away. They are very efficient by and large, and as I say, the whole team is just drilled in such a way and carved and moulded into this Bruce Arena tactics, and they do very, very well. They're always in amongst it, and even though this season, it must say, it's quite a non-distinct start to the season with in 17 games, it's been 6 wins, 6 draws and 5 losses, and the team has really suffered from that transition period with the goalkeeper Matt Turner leaving, who's also injured for a while, as well as Buxa now leaving, some new signings coming in, like Sebastian Lletget in the summer, Dylan Barrero in from Atletico Mineiro, and they've just signed somebody else, another up-and-coming wonder kid from South America as well. So as a franchise, the Revs are not to be messed with, and when it comes to SO5, they have the 4th best midfielder in the world. Carlos Gil, the 29-year-old MVP at the New York Revolution, is €500 for a limited, around €3,000 for a rare. He is one of the best players in the game. Managers across the world dream about having a card called Carlos Gil in their team, no matter the colour, no matter the scarcity. Look at the guy's scores. He delivers in such huge quantities on such a consistent basis. He is cheat code. He is built to absolutely exploit and destroy this matrix. And if you're a Revs fan, you need to get a Carlos Gil card. If you can't afford one, then I've just got to say you've got to save up for one. Probably the best SO5 card at the Revs outside of Carlos Gil would probably be Mr. Reliable himself, Mr. Ever-Present himself, Andy Farrell, the right back come centre back. It's had a real renaissance under Bruce Arena, and over his time at the Revs, he's been fantastic, it must be said, but his scores have improved over the last couple of years under the veteran manager's tutelage. And because the Revs don't make mistakes, because the Revs don't give away possession, because this guy is a successful dueler, he comes out of more 50-50 situations with the ball than without it. This guy's a power scorer for a guy at the age of 30. His limited card is €21, which compared to Carlos Gil is an absolute drop in the ocean, and for a rare you're talking about 200. The rest of the roster is built up of some really good players, some really good SO5 cards as well. I'm a big fan of McNamara. He's not too great on the SO5, it must be said, but up-and-coming star Dylan Barrero, it seems to be scoring really well. John Bell, Henry Kessler, both these guys score incredibly well. Also, Dewan Jones has been great, and we're really waiting for the Revs to see how the Tajon Buchanan replacement kind of job goes. Troughton here hasn't scored very well, and Leggett has found himself playing that role, and Leggett has been very economical. I'm a big Sebastian Leggett fan in SO5, and he's a card that I have and I use very often. Adam Books has been a great striker, but he's now out, and it's all on the shoulders now of Gustavo Bo, and their new signing as well, I'm sure, is a forward. And of course, we've got Josie Altidore still playing. Now, in terms of the goalkeeper situation, it looks to be Petrovic who's coming in to replace Matt Turner, who's on his way to Arsenal. Unfortunately, this guy has not been issued with a card yet. He's only played a couple of games, but he looks to be a pretty decent goalkeeper, it must be said, in his early days. And unfortunately, if you're a New England Revolutions fan, you're going to need to go looking elsewhere for a starting goalkeeper in the meantime. Now, I've just picked a nondescript goalkeeper. I went with Brad Struver. Brad Struver at Austin is one of the better goalkeepers in the division and isn't terribly expensive. You can make this any goalkeeper you want, but I've just went with a nondescript one that probably wouldn't upset any Revs fans watching this. Andy Harrell and Carlos Hill are certainties to be in the best five, of course, but Bo is pretty much the only forward worth mentioning. And Dylan Barrero, like I say, I actually think he's going to be on for a really good season, and it would have to be captain Carlos Hill. Now, this is the most expensive limited team we've built in MLS at this point on the series, but as you can see, it delivers. Carlos Hill is the 4th best midfielder in global fantasy football, and he is almost a one-man wrecking ball. It doesn't really matter who you've got around him. Even Andy Farrell bringing in a 27 here can't stop him. He still brings in a 97 plus with the captain bonus and whatnot to deliver a tier 2 even in that dire situation. If you wanted to go probably with my pick, which would be Sebastian Leggett, you'll get a wee bit more reliability in terms of the back data to see like, oh, if they all come in together, how does it look? And you can maybe be on for something a little bit better. He is an MLS kind of veteran also. He is Bruce Arena's guy. He's been brought in, so even though I expect Dylan Barrero to further cement his place in the team, I think Leggett, when fit, will also be in Bruce Arena's best 11, and having guys that can play alongside Carlos Hill is phenomenal, if you've got one, especially. And even without Carlos Hill, I think these kind of components, you could definitely get a good rare team together that would be going for thresholds every week. But I'd also think, because there's just not too much data here, I wouldn't actually read too much into this. When these guys are all fit and available and playing for the Revs, especially in some of these fixtures that will be more favourable, then these guys can all average over 60 in the same game, minus the goalkeeper because it may be against Austin or something. But I think the Revs are a fantastic team for non-MLS players especially to get into MLS with because of that Carlos Hill kind of crown jewel potential, because Bruce Arena doesn't do too many things that are wacky and out the ordinary. His team's fairly regimented. It's fairly consistent selection choices. The rotation pattern, unless it's through injury or suspension, tend to have a rhyme or reason to it. There's always the wee bit of unpredictability, of course. But they're not a frustrating team. They're a team you can relatively rely on. And if you're to work towards a Carlos Hill, especially if you are a Revs fan, then when you plug that piece in, knowing you've got guys around him that will be playing the same match all the time and gelling with him, when he's bringing in 100 points or whatever, it's because he's got assists and goals. Who's been helping him with his assists and who's he been setting up? So the Revs, no matter what your budget and where you're looking to play in this game, they actually have players for all budgets and all different utility brackets. Let me know your thoughts on the New England Revolution in the comment section in the video down below. I hope you've enjoyed this one, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Let's get into all the giveaway stuff before I let you go. I'm still doing monthly giveaways and I'm making it easier to enter. If you want to be entered to win this month's prize or any future giveaways here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button, you need to be a subscriber to enter, then leave a comment down below. Each month, a random comment from a random video will be selected as the winner, so the more videos you leave a comment on, the better the chance you've got of winning any of my giveaways. All the winners are announced at the end of videos the same way as we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. As always, guys, if you've enjoyed the video today, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. On screen now is some other stuff that I've made that YouTube thinks you might enjoy. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.